Saying goodbye is always the hardest part of traveling. But this time it was different. It was beautiful, because I realized you don't need to go far north to do a road trip in Sweden. Skåne is Sweden's most southern province, easy to reach from Germany and Denmark, and its region Österlen has it all. Snow-white beaches, the azure blue ocean, rolling hills, cute villages, and a catching history. Enjoy the road trip in Sweden's south. We departed from Stockholm today, and now we're really on our way home. We will probably spend 1 or 2 more days here in Sweden and go along the east coast, and then we will be back in Denmark, Germany and Switzerland. We traveled on small roads when we left Stockholm, took 2 ferries, and enjoyed our ride through alleys of trees and golden fields. Are we going now?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Along the coast.
East Coast.
A little bit.
My heart with hope more aflame.
Hello, Karlskrona. We will stay here the night in the city because it's a perfect hub for our road trip tomorrow. That will take us to the Swedish county Skåne and the region Österlen. We were doing some kilometers today and went all the way from Stockholm to Karlskrona in the beginning of the day on nice small roads, and in the end unfortunately only Autobahn, but weather actually cooled down a lot, but it's still super beautiful. And here behind me you can see Karlskrona. Karlskrona was founded by King Carl VI in 1679. After which the permanent base of the Swedish Navy was established here. Karlskrona was carefully planned as a city that would reflect Sweden's grandeur, and it remains an outstanding example of town planning in the Renaissance style. Indeed, it's that outstanding that Karlskrona was designated a World Heritage Site in 1998. After we left Karlskrona, we soon hit the idyllic roads and surroundings that the region Österlen is famous for. We are going to explore Österlen today, and I'm gonna take you to a trip and show you the most exciting things to see on our way. A local of the town came by just when we wanted to take off, and he suggested to take a tour at the factory of Absolut Vodka. Yes, Århus is the place where the vodka is distilled since 1879, exclusively from locally produced grain. But we were too early. The museum and distillery were still closed when we arrived. We are now driving route number 9 along the so-called Hills of Brosarp, I think that's their name, which is supposed to be one of the most scenic roads to drive here in the region. The road took us straight to the harbor of the small town Kivik. We're taking some small detours here direction to the national park Stenshuvud. That's supposed to be a very nice area to hike as well. But here on the side of the road you can see what Kivik is famous for. These are all apple trees. The region Österlen is the apple kingdom of Sweden. The area of Kivik is perfect for growing apple trees due to its fertile grounds and mild climate. There are over 70 different kinds of apples in the region. My travel partner hates it, but we are as well doing a little bit of sightseeing today. And the next site I want to visit is a medieval castle. But I have to admit that I'm actually now more excited about the ride here because it's beautiful fields and yeah, more excited about this than about seeing the castle now. Glimmingehus is a medieval castle and is the best preserved medieval stronghold in Scandinavia. It was built between 1499 and 1506. But indeed, we were more interested in all the small roads of its surrounding. And now, nearly at the end of this trip, in beautiful Österlen, we finally found the time and right backdrop for some of the shots you see in the trailer of these videos.
It's not sharp.
My hair looks terrible. What?
Smile!
Now you do one from this side. I like this background a lot. This journey through Skåne and Österlen is fantastic because it's like traveling through different kind of landscapes. There's like these open fields, there's these harbors, and now a small needles, I guess it's like pine trees, forest, and we're going now to one of the most beautiful beaches of the area. We are now in Sandhammaren and walking through the dunes. Not really properly dressed for this kind of weather and these conditions because people here are going swimming at really like a super wide beach. The dunes and silky Caribbean white sands of Sandhammaren that stretches for miles along the cape are the reason why it has been voted as Sweden's best beach several times. And yes, we were really perfectly equipped for a day at the beach. We are leaving Sandhammaren, I don't know how to pronounce this beach. We're leaving this beach now and going to probably the biggest and best known site of Österlen, which is called Adestenar. And it's a stone circle and I imagine it a little bit similar to this British one. How is that called again? Stonehenge. To visit Adestenar, head to the town harbor of the village Korsberga. There are not only several restaurants and shops right by the water to have lunch, but also the hiking path to the mystical site starts here. The mystical early Iron Age monument dates to 500 to 1000 AD and consists of 59 massive boulders. They are arranged in a 67-meter-long outline in formation of a ship, with a magnificent view over Österlen's hilly landscape and the Baltic Sea. No one really knows who or why this megalithic monument was built. Some people think it's a burial monument, while others believe it's an astronomical clock as the sun goes down at the northwestern corner in summer and rises exactly at the opposite corner in winter. This is a city called Ystad. It's supposed to be super scenic, but I will only do a quick tour with a motorcycle as I want to go to another place at the ocean tonight where I can maybe kite surf. Arrived in Skanör and it's absolutely stunning here at the beach. I hope the weather lasts because we will go kite surfing tomorrow morning. Skanör and Falsterbø are two cute medieval towns joined together. It's a place to relax, a place where birds migrate, seals swim, and where you can have a stroll on the white sandy beaches, along candy-colored beach huts and dunes. Enjoy a cocktail in the restaurants of the harbor, or wait for the perfect wind to kitesurf in the open ocean. I couldn't wait to get into the ocean with my rented surfboard the next morning. We just tried to kite surf here. Unfortunately, the wind was not as good as expected, so the kite surfing experience was pretty short. And now we really finally leave Sweden. We will go to Denmark and then Germany. Thanks for exploring beautiful Österlen and Skåne with me. Give me a thumbs up and comment if you liked the ride. The next episode will be the last of our expedition north and take us to Bandholm in Denmark and all the way back home to Switzerland. Join the grand finale next Thursday and stay tuned for the big upcoming adventure. There will be some great news very soon.